And welcome everyone to the Circle the Bay podcast, episode 99 and a half. I know everybody's like, why did I have? Where's the 100?
We're gonna go by fractions. We're using a different mathematical system. You know, Steiner math. We're using Steiner math.
We are using the Steiner math, aren't we? That's for sure. I need to get Scott Steiner video for sure. I need to. But yes,
3/4, and then it's like 1/16, and then like 1/100th. You know, we gotta, just chop up the numbers.
Yeah, we have to.
Ivan, would you think it was funny if it was like 99 divided by 3 4, like we do a whole equation in the intro?
Oh man, we
divided by 15, 16, 17. Divided by 3, parentheses, solve for x equals.
That's right, ladies. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The host is Devious One IBC. Here with my other host, Hermano. And that is, of course, because he is Mr. 69 himself. Because, like I said, once again, he has a 69 reasons, he has 69 answers, and 69 thoughts. Because he is overall.
Me, just like Bill Watts, Eddie Graham, Vince McMahon, and Vern Gagne.
He is a Vern Gagne.
Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne. Don't forget about Greg Gagne.
That's right.
We gotta talk about the whole Gagne family. Go on.
Yes, because he is tired of these damn
Stanford stooge.
You want to look? He is tired of them, and then, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr.
Not eating their avocados.
Matt Switchblade Steamboat, ladies and gentlemen. It's my era. That's right. It's
our era. It is still our era.
That is right. Unfortunately, Money Mike will be joining us very shortly. And of course, the reason why, just to briefly explain why we did an episode 99 and a half, because the one and only, the director, he's still on tour and he's about to finish his tour. And let's see, he is almost done. So he still has 2 more dates, of course, as he's performing this evening, I believe so, and Mechanisenburg, Pennsylvania, at the Lovecraft Brewery Company. And tomorrow he'll be at the Akron at Ohio at the Vortex. And the last stop, of course, Toledo, Ohio, the Main Street Bar and Grill. So I'm looking forward for that, for the director. And, we'll see him back soon. And let's see. And of course, we got our 5 million right here. That's right, Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to them. Subscribe. Oh,
now be sure to drop the needle on some of Chris's songs right here.
Absolutely. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man. Well, that's right. Debate coming. Yep, debate is coming soon. That's right. But this man who lives 1,977,000 miles from Winnipeg, Minnesota, Canada. Because he lives by the 5 UNs, because he is the undisputed, the unmatched, the unrivaled, the unscripted, and the uncensored. Ladies and gentlemen, Money, by God,
by God,
the most violent podcaster in podcasting world, Michael Lopez, ladies and gentlemen.
Michael Lopez.
That's right, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wearing the Bullet Club shirt.
Our
era.
Right.
Still our era.
Still our era. That is right.
Throw it up, Matt. Throw it up.
Throw it up. Yeah. That's right. So let's get into very brief of what happened this past weekend, because I want to get you guys' thoughts, because we were waiting to see, and I'm talking about Rampage, by the way. I wanted to, because we never gave our thoughts about Jade Cargill and Marina Shafir. And that one was the one that I was, I really did. So it was a brief Rampage, recaps just this match, because I really want to get these two gentlemen here, their thoughts of the Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir match. So, of course, we did see, the outcome of it as Jade Cargill retains 30-0, baby. And what I did like, just want to give my thoughts very quick, is I'm actually loving this new faction we're going to see between Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan. I like it. The baddies. And I like it. I love it. So I do love that, at least. And I'm glad the Red Velvet is now a heel. I think it fits her very well.
More flavor, no white meat baby face, no replacement Brandy. You can't be, she's no longer replacement Brandy. She's building up that her own character.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. So take it away, Matt Callis. Give us your thoughts about this match. Did Jade impress you, or was it too flat? This match, I'm curious. No,
I gotta say I'm glad they're building up new female talent, especially Marina Shafir. I want to see her more on Rampage and Dynamite. You know, I guess Marina was working babyface, and we're bringing more new baby faces into the picture. And I don't think there's enough female baby faces right now, you know, especially with the recent heel turn of Ty Conti. So let's see what we could do with some more female baby faces, more good girls to kind of fill up the good guy quota, you know.
Oh, indeed. Money Mike, give us your thoughts about this. Yeah, you don't look too pleasantly happy. So, hey, you're unscripted, by the way. So you're uncensored.
I don't have strong feelings.
Uncensored for sure. Man,
heard a new one.
Hell yeah, screw that. And you know what, man? That music has got to go. That music is awful. Terrible. I don't like it. And yes, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh well, you know, this and that. No, it doesn't fit. It doesn't go, and it did not hype up Marina Shafir. To be honest, all I know about her is that she was on, I believe, The Ultimate Fighter, then in the UFC, then Raw Underground. Remember that? So yeah,
trying to erase it from history,
because
if you don't remember Raw Underground, bless you, because I wish I would have it erased off of mine. But
what was it? Men in Black? They got the thing from Men in Black.
Yes, absolutely. Gosh, man. But yeah, so you know, this has nothing to do with Raw Underground, obviously, but it has everything to do with the lack of build-up for her. And yes, I'm not talking about, you know, Dark or Elevation. I don't even know if she was on there. I don't watch Dark or Elevation. I don't. No shame here. I watch Rampage occasionally, and I tune into Dynamite every week. Before this, I had not really seen much of her on Dynamite. They should have put her on there slowly but surely. They've done it before. They've done it. You know, they've brought in people that are built up slowly but surely. This was not a good This was not good booking, in my opinion. And right to a title shot, really? Cute, our good buddy, the A-lister.
All right, yeah, hold on.
Here he comes.
Really?
A title.
What's up with that?
And for anybody, they're AW marks. No. Let's see what Clark Street says. I thought that match was cool. Jade has to do a better job on protecting Marina on that table spot.
Oh yeah, that looked horrible. By the way, it did. Oh my god, I forgot about that spot.
You gotta protect your opponent, of course. But you know, yeah, I look forward to seeing what Mr. Ivan C says about it.
Oh man, all I know is that you mentioned Marina Shafir does remind me of NXT as well, and Raw Underground, because this man likes to do.
We make movies.
You know, he likes to make movies.
That's just movies.
That's what he likes to make, and he thinks it is. Look. The problem with this one is the hype wasn't there, and it did not give me intrigue throughout, the prior weeks, how they were announcing it. They're hyping it up, and you see Mark Sterling writing down, analytical shit. Okay, she's going to do great. The match was felt kind of flat. I could tell that Marina tried to carry her as much as possible. It was really kind of flat in a way, but it was okay. But did they put Jade over? Unfortunately, they're not, because and I'm not here to disrespect Marina. It just, the name itself, it's not, so relevant around the pro wrestling world, especially on national television. It's not. And she's a tough woman. Don't get me wrong. She's great. She has that charisma. But I don't. It just they need to find someone for Jade and I'm hoping this Owen Hart Women's Tournament, whoever wins that, hopefully they could put, Jade. And I get it. They want to give Jade more of these matches for her to give, to get better in the ring. I know she's still a little green, but I'm hoping that she's fucking training with, Bryan Danielson a lot more, because you need to. And she needs to not to be starstruck all the time, and don't get me wrong, her character right now is perfect. I actually love it. It goes with it. The baddie section. Oh yeah. I love it.
Yeah. That the character is on point for sure. You see someone like Jay, and you see superstar, right? To take a page out of Vince's book, you see a superstar there, and you see someone that is able to reach out to the casual fan, right? A different kind of casual fan. The whole right now, we have like Cardi B and all these other ladies being popular, right? So, I feel like she could kind of bring in that sort of a demographic,
Oh, that's right. What is going on? The rest of the DeLorean podcast. Make sure you subscribe to DeLorean. What's going on? Part of the League of Extraordinary podcast family as well. Man, they subscribe to the Wrestling DeLorean podcast. They have good shit.
I want to see the Wrestling DeLorean podcast right outside the Point of Hills Mall.
I wish they could take me back in time and erase Raw Underground from my memories. Wrestling DeLorean podcast. If you could do that for me, that'd be awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Hashtag flux capacitor.
And that's what happens when Money Mike put
with a lethal dose of poison.
That's what he does with it. He just put a lethal dose of poison.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. And let's see what. Okay, not even. I can.
There's some things.
Man. Absolutely, and just very brief. I know we didn't cover it last week, because to be honest, we forgot about it. It was just overwhelmed with a lot of things going on, and then with Impact Wrestling Rebellion pay-per-view that just passed this weekend. Congratulations to finally, of course, Mr. Josh Alexander winning the Impact World Championship away from Moose. Fantastic match. Wanted to go to say that great main event. It was a great storytelling match, I tell you that. So I'm happy for him. Moose definitely was. And Ace Austin, of course, becoming the X Division champion. Another hellacious match, between him and Trey Miguel and Speedball Mike Bailey. So that was great, fantastic. The whole card was solid. Did like the Chris Bay and Eddie Edwards. It was a little bit slow, but it was okay. I don't know if you gentlemen caught highlights of it or had the opportunity to see it this past weekend. Did anybody of you guys saw Rebellion?
I caught highlights. I didn't watch the entire thing. And honestly, usually I am catching the Impact pay-per-views. But this time I had a lot going on, so I didn't watch the actual thing. I liked what I saw from the main event, obviously, and the women's match, of course. And so I think that it was a solid pay-per-view from what I saw, right? Impact has been knocking out of the park, and honestly, I'm kind of intrigued with. I know we're going to talk about it, but it seems that there's not going to be just one Impact superstar at AEW this upcoming week, but there might be two. And apparently, they say that you can't teach that.
That's right. That is right.
More on that later.
More on that later. How about yourself, Mackenzie? The opportunity to catch Rebellion.
I wasn't able to catch it, but anytime there's a Moose match or something involving Switchblade Jay White, it's always a must watch. I'm very sorry I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
There's too much right now. We've got a buffet in front of you, and I'm like, man, I want to go back for that dish again. Man, I'm back to the food.
Golden Corral ain't got nothing on this.
Golden Corral got nothing on the COD fucking buffet. I'll tell you that.
The food. I should have like a food analogies thingy that pops up. I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna do that for you just for that. There you go.
It's like food analogy counter or something like that. Ding.
No, and also forgot, not to mention Taya Valkyrie's return too, also to Impact as well, defeating Deonna Purrazzo for winning the La Reina de Reinas AAA Women's Championship back. She won it now. Congratulations to her. And also the match that I didn't really, I was expecting more out of it, but I know people are going to be like, really? How are you going to be expecting?
Insatiable appetite for life, and I want more.
And that's Tomohiro Ishii versus Jonah. That match, I wanted more out of that. Ishii, yes, that's right. So I really expected more out of that, but we'll see down the line. Hopefully, we get a rematch ourselves, so I'm looking forward for that. All right, and now to announce, and I don't know, audience, I know everybody's busy. I did post it a lot on our social medias. You slept on it. And I'm talking about the winner of the PCW Ultra pair of tickets that were given away for May 13th. And that's, of course, PCW Ultra, A New Beginning, coming to you live, of course, May 13th. And so make
Friday
sure.
the 13th.
Yes, Friday the 13th.
Friday
Make
the 13th.
sure A New Beginning at the ILW Memorial Hall. Make sure catch us there because we'll be there. It's going to be a hell of a fun. But yes, only one person submitted. What's
up with that?
I was looking for that. What's
up with that?
A smart person, I'll tell you what.
A very smart person, absolutely. And I will announce, of course, the winner of these pair of wonderful tickets for PCW Ultra. Congratulations to the Heel Liz. You are down to the winner of these two pair of tickets. And people who do not know Heel Liz, follow her on her Instagram. It's heel.liz. She's also a co-host for All Things Wrestling Podcast. She's there every Sunday, every morning time, every Sunday here in SoCal. And congratulations, Liz. I know you're a big PCW fan, so we will be DMing you and giving you more further details of how to retrieve these incredible tickets. That's right. No, not DMD, but DM. All right. And now it's time to get in it. And that is, of course, AEW Dynamite. Dynamite. And that's right. Let's look at the card. Jesus. Man. Can we say... Yeah, right. You want to talk about a buffet, Matt Callis? There's your buffet right there. That is a buffet. All right, so let's get into the opening, of course, of this incredible Dynamite for me because, Jesus, FTR, Dax Harwood versus
yes.
Cash Wheeler. I'm giving my round of applause. Man, this is... man.
How many beers does this get?
This gets a 24 beer pack from shit.
Oh wow.
Man. This
Miller High Life,
I have to play this because it's a must.
This is such good shit.
And it was good shit. And the whole match itself was wow. This is a Bret and Owen Hart story. And let's see how the rest of the DeLoreans of the match was. Yes, it was. It was a mixture of Bret and Owen, WrestleMania 10. You had, Bret and Owen probably King of the Ring, or actually, no, yeah, King of the Ring in a cage match, but SummerSlam. It had a lot of the mixtures of these two, incredible athletes from the Hart family. And then these two put on that match was super, yes, it was. It was fantastic. And wow, Jesus, there's your Salt Bay right there for it.
Ooh.
And that is professional wrestling at its best. And I know I'm digressing, but I'll get out of the way. This put a tear in my eye because this proves that FTR does not need WWE. They can do it on their own. Besides, being an AEW, they could go to. Well, once Ring of Honor has their own platform already, they can go to Impact, win those tag team titles there. They go to New Japan and win those tag team titles there. They go to MOW, win those tag team titles. NWA, GCW, I can name it all. Even PCW Ultra. But FTR, this has some, for me, I don't have some solidified them yet, but this so far has shown and to the world of professional wrestling fans of what professional wrestling is all about. So I enjoyed it. Wow, love it. I'll take it to you, Matt Callis. Take it away.
I gotta say, it's not that often that you see tag team members go up against each other. I mean, if there's another match that I'd say was similar, has a similar flavor, you know, I'd say Jax versus Crimson, you know, the War Kings facing each other in NWA. You know, this is that kind of, that was a little bit of a feud there. But this one, you know, it's like when you know each other so well and you know each other's move set, it's like counter for counter, you know, mirror images, you know. I mean, who knows? We imagine how the Young Bucks, like Matt versus you know, Nick will come around, you know, in days, you know, or any other of the other tag teams where the members face each other. So it's a treat, you know. I still remember Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy, or Edge versus Christian. You know, think back to that. These are, to me, these are real treats because they know each other so well. You know, when they face each other, that's who they spar with. You know, when they're practicing stuff, so they know each other too well.
That's right, too well. That's like, oh man,
well.
Yes, Money Mike, take it away.
Yes, of course. My goodness, bravo, gentlemen. Bravo. Why, man, from the beginning, the entrance music came on, and I was like, okay, well, maybe one guy's gonna come out and then they're gonna replay the music and then the other guy comes out. No, they both came out, one from each entranceway, from the face and from the heel side, both of them, and so casually walking down the ramp as we usually see them together, right? But everybody knows what was about to happen, and honestly, that just how awesome is that, right? I've seen tag team champions face each other and all that stuff, brother versus brother, but never in such a way that they are on the same page, but yet they know what they have to do in order to win, right? It was a story within the match itself, from the entrance all the way to the final bell. And I enjoyed it. I was in it, and it was great. I love it. To quote Mr. Leo, by the way, we need a clip of him saying that.
I know, I've been telling him I need the clip.
So, Leo, you're watching. I know that. So we need you on that there. But
I should go to his house and tell him to. I'm just a short drive away, Leo.
There you go. I will say that I liked that there was kind of like an animosity building, or maybe not animosity, but like a, you know, there was a little bit of a, hey, you know, hey, are you okay? But then he pushed them away, and that build up, you know, within the match itself. You didn't need, oh, are they gonna break up, or oh, you know, are they gonna start hitting each other? No, we didn't need any of that. Like what would have happened in WWE. No, that happened within the however minutes long this match was. That happened inside with the body language. Not a word was said. That and honestly, if I had a tag team partner, right, I would be like, you know what? If we have to face each other, that's the match I want to replicate if that happens. So very good.
Love it. And what's going on? Jump on the Ring podcast in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Jump on the Ring, because here we go with Frank, Kyle, Sporting Warrior, of course, Bruno, and Jeremy Prophet, the Harbinger of Truth. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As also, they do fantastic AEW reviews, as they did one last night, which I did enjoy. Lot of aggression from Frank, but I love it. He has solid points. All right, and now the moment, and we've been saying it, we've been predicting it, because remind you, AEW is the worst the worst hidden secret of professional wrestling, and it is, because we called it way before after that match. What happened? The announcement was made, and this is the announcement. That is right. You got Adam Hangman Page will be defending the AEW World Championship versus CM Punk at Double or Nothing. And I gotta do it because Money Mike will be at Double at Double or Nothing, because I know Mike, when he heard the announcement, when he saw it, his face was like, and not only hell no.
Is it hot in here, man?
No, and not only that,
heating up.
You
My
were
God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
yeah.
Absolutely. Michael Scott, he's got it right.
That's right. And now your thoughts, gentlemen, of CM Punk versus Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. So I'll take it back to you, Money Mike. Take it away. Thoughts about it?
It's great, man. And CM Punk is such a professional that he knows how to build up a match without the other guy being there. Fast recovery, please, for Mr. Hangman Adam Page. I know he has COVID at the moment, and hopefully he'll be back next Wednesday, right? So, our thoughts are with him. But at Dynamite, CM Punk was able to hype me up. You had the announcement, you had his promo, everything. The guy knows what he's doing on the stick, right? So, yeah, it was all great. Great stuff all around. The match itself got me thinking, like, what would happen if CM Punk wins? What would happen if Hangman wins? It's interesting to think about both results, happening. But if I had to pick right off the bat, I'm going with Hangman. I'm going.
Thank you.
I'm saying it.
Thank you. Somebody's there with me on this, because yes. Oh, I'm just gonna say it right away before I get to you, Matt Callis. Yes, we've been saying it for a long time already that this was gonna happen, and we've been saying it. Hangman needs to win to solidify and make his title reign. Yep, we're all on the same page. Relevant in this
same page.
Yes,
no pun intended.
Yes, no pun intended. Thank you. It needs to be, because it needs to happen and shock the world once again, because Hangman Page beat 2. But once again, when I was asking Matt as well, we talked about it last week. Now that the announcement is made, the concern is, to me, is how they're going to develop the story within the next couple of weeks, before going into Double or Nothing. That's my major concern. How are you going to hype us up? We're already hyped. The match was announced, but how are you going to hype us up throughout the storyline every week, starting now next Wednesday? That's the major concern. How are you going to hype it up? How are you going to get us like, yes, I cannot wait to see this main event? That's the major concern, because for Hangman, this is new to him. Punk has the experience already when it comes to that main event level, not for Hangman. So that's the biggest test for Mr. Hangman Page on that. I don't know if you guys agree with that. So you guys tell me.
At this point, he's defended the title. We've seen that happen. I believe he's headlined a pay-per-view, right?
Yes.
As champion. So yes, he's been here at this point. But this is CM Punk, man. This is, the best in the world. All that great stuff. The voice of the voiceless and all that. This is no jabroni, to say. I would definitely be glad that if I'm Hangman, I'm glad that I get CM Punk in this sort of environment. A lot of people, though, from places that I've heard and, all this and that, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what I was about to talk about. I do think that the crowd might rebel against Hangman if he wins. I think it'll happen. CM Punk is just too over and too beloved for anybody to cheer against him. I don't see him taking that heel role or he's gonna try, but I don't think the audience will bite on that. So we'll see.
Oh man, so. Mike answered the question from the rest of the DeLorean podcast. Do you think the crowd will rebel if Hangman wins clean? So go ahead, Mike Callis, take it away, your thoughts, and we'll answer this question as well.
I think the main thing, one of the main reasons Hangman needs to win is so the naysayers who keep saying the whole lackluster title reign thing, it's got to shut them up. That win has to shut them up. That's the main thing. And if they do turn on him, like it could be a situation like Hogan Rock at WrestleMania. So, you know, it could be something like that. Other than CM Punk doing everything he can to be heel, I think the other thing is, you know, also think about the aftermath to it. You know, the aftermath is who will be the challengers after CM Punk? Who could top? Who in the business could possibly top him? The list is not very much, especially in North America. You know, I mean, what with Forbidden Door coming up, it could be Okada, could be Naito, could be Tanahashi, it could be Minoru Suzuki, it could be, you know, we've got all the big guys, and it could be Kota Ibushi, and he's got a history with him in Ring of Honor. So I mean, those 5 in particular, those are, I guess, the only ones that could kind of stand up to like CM Punk, because he's already beaten, you know, he's already beaten Bryan Danielson. So there's, you know, list is only so, there's only so few on that list of worthy challengers. It'll definitely propel Hangman a lot, but the main thing is, you know, the CM Punk kind of turning, like, pushing back against the crowd and kind of making Hangman look good and making CM Punk look good in the match. You know, if it's too much of a squash, then they'll turn on CM Punk. If Hangman kicks out of the go to sleep twice, that'll be a pretty good way to really sell him as powerful enough. You know, if he keeps reversing it, you know, that's a different story. So it's really how it is. I think the answer to your question, Mike, and to everybody else, is in the answer is in the match itself. It's the answer is what we'll see in that match, how it will be laid out. You know, it's in the proof's in the pudding.
Ending it with a food catchphrase.
There we go. I gotta bring the food analogy. The fucking love it. Pudding, CM pudding. You know.
I fucking love it.
Ice cream bars, man.
Ice cream bars.
Why isn't AEW jumping on this, by the way? But anyway,
I have no idea.
There'll be more. Trust me.
Call us, you know. Hablamos español. Yeah, so you hear it. And speaking Deutsch as well. But one thing, yes, it is a fear of what will happen with the fans, the crowd, because like you guys mentioned, CM Punk is tool for hype. But for me, there's another half that feels this is too predictable. They're going to give CM Punk the belt. However, though, if they change it and actually make Hangman win, that will, like you mentioned, Matt, will shut everybody up. And then, like, now you can't say that Hangman's title ring is not as relevant as how it is right as it's going currently. But it's a 50-50 because how you mentioned about the Forbidden Door. What about if CM Punk's wins? What's going to happen? They're going to put him versus Okada. Champion versus champion. That's still already a shadow of a doubt that's going to happen. And which I expect because with the whole Twitter between them two clash. So I do if CM Punk wins, then that means we're getting Okada Punk at Forbidden Door. I think that's what we're going to see.
It doesn't have to be champion versus champion though. But the main thing with Hangman winning is also just the whole him not being a former WWE guy and him also being like, I guess, the first non-WWE babyface to win the title. Ooh. So his win over CM Punk is also like AEW's win in general. So I guess everybody who says like, oh, all their champions are ex-WWE guys, all their good champions are only ex-WWE guys, this is going to, I guess, further legitimize AEW itself with his win. So, you know, his Hangman's win is AEW's win in a way. So
agreed. Like that. Great grain of salt putting that. And now let's get into, I just want to get your thoughts. Blackpool Combat Club versus a Factory. Man, hometown hero, Wheeler Yuta, biggest pop. By the way, I want to mention this crowd was really live. Like, it was just amazing. This crowd really got me into
PCW City. Come on.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's Philly, baby. And they got me really into it. And hearing the crowd chanting for Wheeler, it was amazing. And I'm happy and I'm glad that he is on this, you know, was surrounded with these veterans that are going to help him hype up his career more, and loving the fact that he's learning from these two, especially mainly from William Regal as well, because that man is a genius. We already know that. But Sorry, Lanny. Didn't mean to offend you, Lanny Papo. So I know you're the genius, okay? But this man is a genius. So. But I like the chemistry so far. They like the ending part of it, of course. Wheeler pinning. She's Camarado. She's so confusing. Camarado, yes. But I did enjoy it.
Solo, a go-go.
A go-go or
Solo, a go-go.
But I gotta say, Wheeler needs to get rid of those tights, man. You gotta switch it up. You need to be more ruthless aggression with those damn tights or something. I don't know. It's just me. My thoughts only about it. You know, Jofo, there you go. Just, you know, our fucking opinion. There you go. But Matt Callis, take it away. Your thoughts about this match?
I gotta say, I really like that Blackpool Combat Club shirt. It's a cool shirt. It's a cool. I think this is gonna be. I gotta really point this out. I think this is the first real tweener faction. You know, we've got the heel factions, we have the babyface faction, but this faction truly is by definition a tweener faction because they throw them against heels and baby faces. They've got rivalries and feuds with both heels and babyface wrestlers up and down the card. Moxley has bad blood with good guys and bad guys. Bryan Danielson, same deal. Wheeler Yuta, you know. So I think the interesting thing about this faction in general is you could throw them against anybody. You know, if it's like, who's the next opponent? Blackpool Combat Club. They're always ready to go, ready to fight anybody, you know, because the heels you can only put them against babyface only against heels. You got to turn somebody. They've had a few babyface things, but you know, it's not as, you're not itching to see it as much unless they do cool stuff, you know. But I think this in particular, it's really cool. And you know, a go solo Camaroto, the cutie pies,
the cutie pies. Lopez. We gotta make a shirt for that, cutie pies, and then give them to them next time we come to.
I have them inside of a pie. It's an apple pie that QT Marshall baked. QT Marshall's got the apple, so
we can make that happen. I think I want to work on that. But, you know, hop in the chat here with the Wrestling Dorian podcast mentioning Wheeler Yuta is a 2022 AEW Breakout star. Yes. I would say yes, but Bunny Mike disagrees. But
I disagree.
Yes.
I honestly like Wheeler a little bit more than the Four Pillars. No, actually, like a good.
That's a bold statement there.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay, but like I'd put actually just a little bit behind MJF. Like I'd put Wheeler. I think Wheeler MJF is a pretty good feud waiting to happen, you know, in the future. And then I have to think, Jungle Boy and Sammy are kind of in a rut, and I forget. And then Darby Allin's got is Darby Allin, you know. So I think Wheeler could be number 5. I don't mind.
That's interesting. Okay, Money Mike, your thoughts about the match and why you disagree that he's a break star?
I disagree in that. Yes, he has great, tremendous, and I agree with Clark Street. Yes. What? Yes, I do. It is too early to tell. I feel we still have quite a bit left to go with 2022. A lot of feuds, matches to go on. Not too familiar with Wheeler Yuta's. I don't even know what his voice sounds like. You know, for me to be able to call him the breakout star, I kind of want to hear what he's got on the microphone.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't heard a whole lot of Jungle Boy. I mean, to counter, you know, Jungle Boy's not really known for promos. Darby talked quite a bit, and then Sammy, you know, that he's in the experimental phase.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, we finally heard Hooks fucking speak too. You want my attention? God.
I mean, I know some.
I was expecting like a squeaky voice. I was expecting.
There's a Korean movie like that called Bad Guy, where he's like, he doesn't talk through the whole movie, and when he finally talks, like, how could you do this to me? It's like Mickey Mouse.
I was expecting that from Hook,
but I mean, I don't know. We don't. Well, I'm not too familiar with Wheeler Yuta's voice. So it could be Mickey Mouse. It could not. Who knows? I'm sure probably you guys have heard him, but yeah, it's for me to actually say, without a doubt, breakout star 2022. I kind of want to see his promos. I want to check that out. Also, I definitely 100% agree with Ivan that ring gear has got to change, right? I feel like there needs to be a change in the look. If you go back to, I believe it was like 2010 with The Miz, how he changed from the big old shorts or whatever to what he's wearing now, night and day. Completely changed how people saw him, and it led him to a world championship, right? So yeah, it all that stuff, it matters, and I still have not seen a lot of or enough to see to say that Wheeler Yuta is the breakout star of the year.
Yeah, and you see the rest of the podcast definitely. Go ahead.
Thank you guys. And I will say, and just along the way, that I feel kind of bad for the factory, because now that Cody's gone, all his buddies and his friends have been jobbed out to BCC and to other factions. And but I digress.
Hey, but they won at New Japan Windy City. I'll give them that against the LA Dojo. So I'll give them that at least, even though when I went to Immunity, they lost, of course, but they won. So good for them. At least they're being New Japan, appearances, and hopefully we'll see them again soon. One thing I'll forget to mention one thing. If you guys noticed too, during the entrances of Blackpool, is it just me or did I see Brian come out on the heel side, YUYA coming out of the face side, and then of course Monster through the crowd? I did see that, right?
Yeah, that's them defining themselves as tweener right there.
Yeah,
everything. You take everybody. No alignment, no, just anarchy.
Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it again because it looked like Brian came out from the heel side, and then of course Wheeler from the face side. Yeah, I have to go back and look at it. It looked that way. So
anarchy, maybe anarchy.
Speaking of anarchy, this was an anarchy, of course. Wardlow versus
like if he uses that as
versus, of course, Lance Archer. I'm gonna go ahead and give my thoughts about this one. Wardlow does remind me of a young version, and I know I'm gonna get shit on this, and I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Of what I saw him doing that Hurricane Rana, I was like, really? What? Did not expect him to do.
Reminded me of Ricochet.
Right? I did not expect that from him. Did not expect that at all. But, man, Lance Archer sold. He put him over. And it was great to put him over. I'm telling you that the crowd really got me so intense of this match too, because I was even surprised, and I was like, "Wow, this guy moving quick." He does remind me of a young version of Brock Lesnar, a little bit. I know I'm gonna get shitted on, but if you go back and look at Lesnar's OVW days and his barely, first run, he was that quick. Lesnar was that quick. Even that time when he fought against the Big Show.
I've been on your side. I'm actually not only am I on your side, it's because his finisher's the F10. And I think Wardlow probably studied Brock Lesnar.
He studied more. He studied more Batista. He was like, a
little bit of both. I'm pretty sure Wardlow must have been studying those OVW tapes. He's been watching them.
And that's right. And like what the rest of the Roaring podcast mentioned, that Swanton was clean too. Yes, he is money. He's money. Yeah, he is money. Yeah, he is money. That's for sure. And speaking of money. That's right. So we're taking the money, Mike. Give us your thoughts about this unexpected high flying from Wardlow.
It was wow. It really was for me. I haven't seen that from him. I don't know if you guys have or anything like that, but I have not seen that. The Hurricanrana, holy crap, man! That was. If you would have told me that he knew how to do that prior to this match, probably would have been like, yeah, I don't think so. But he did it. He did that. He did the Swanton. Huh? How about that? Right? Great stuff right there. And a versatile big guy. And I completely agree with you about the Brock Lesnar comparison. right? Lesnar was able to do the shooting star press. He was also able, if you go back and on Peacock or whatever, you go to Judgment Day 2004. You see Lesnar jumping off of a trailer or a whatever onto Big Show. That guy flew, right? And so yeah, come on, you got a talented big guy in your hands. Why not are you going to push him, right? So the sky's the limit for this guy. Very cool stuff, and I would definitely like to see him do the Swanton more often. I would like to see that, be one of your signature moves and whatnot. So I know that a preview of the video game is coming out. I'm gonna give him the Swanton in the video game too.
Oh, I can't wait. Matt Callis.
I mean, I think it's becoming like a new thing that you see big guys doing. I mean, not necessarily like a new thing in practice in general, but seeing that on TV, big guys doing flying moves. I mean, we had Brian Cage, we have Wardlow, we have Luchasaurus. Like, it's like a fly. I wonder if we should come up with like a new name, big and flying, the Zeppelin division. I don't know. Like
the Zeppelin division.
The Zeppelin division.
Oh, what do you guys think about the Finn Balor booking for Lance Archer, though? Courtesy of Clark's Free Wrestling Podcast.
That'd be bad.
No, you didn't get what he means. What he means is
being
that
jobbed out.
He's being jobbed out like Finn Balor
Oh,
is.
I see.
Oh,
Lance. Maybe they might give Lance more wins in the Ring of Honor show. So who knows?
Hey, how do I feel about it? I mean, it sucks because I really, really wanted Lance to be like a top heel, a top guy. Like, you really took him out of his, where he was really impactful. No pun intended, impact, but at New Japan, he did really a phenomenal job up there, and he did, being with Suzuki Gun, fantastic. His career, his credentials, you see it there. I'm not liking it either. But if he's doing it for the business to put people over like that, I respect that. But I don't want to see him. If they fucking come up with the bullshit, which we are, next week we're gonna see him back a Dark Elevation or Dark or Elevation. He's gonna get some wins again. He should have been he should have been a TNT champion. I don't know why they never gave it to him. They should.
It might have been Cody. It might have been all Cody.
Hashtag anybody but Cody, or nobody but Cody. Hashtag.
It might have been a Cody thing, but I really think Lance should have had a good amount of singles titles under his belt. But now with the Ring of Honor titles in the picture, who knows? He could hold that TV title, pure title, Ring of Honor World Champion, like Lance Archer versus Gresham, maybe. That could be on the Ring of Honor show, and he could be like one of their big guy champions that they could feed baby faces to. So that's something they can do with them. But if not, if I was in Lance Archer's shoes, maybe I'd make a beeline back to New Japan or to Impact, looking for some top tier gold, because he's definitely championship material to me.
Yes. How about you, Money Mike?
I agree, and a part of me feels that yes, they've damaged his aura of invincibility. That monster, but right, you hear the Murder Hawk monster, you think, man, this guy's gonna kick my ass. But I feel like that's kind of been damaged by all the losses. However, if I'm in his shoes, as Matt put it, I would be like, you know what? Hey, put me in Ring of Honor. Give me that title. Don't put me in AEW for a bit. Let me, get some wins in Ring of Honor. Give me some gold over there. We've seen how, for
I
someone
agree with Park Street. I agree.
Lance needs impactful wins on TV. Okay, yeah, of course. Yes, he does. But I would definitely love to see him with a title on him. And you know, and if it means going away for a little bit and going to Ring of Honor and getting that, building that up back again, then so be it. Because you know, like if you have, and again, Cody, right? If you have Cody who went away and came back, and now he's all better than ever, we could see a mini version of that with Lance Archer going away to Ring of Honor, and then coming back to AEW with gold and like, yeah, I'm new and improved. Dye your hair blue this time, and boom, there you go. Get him some good wins. You're back on track.
Yeah, and then what comment here from the Wrestling Glory podcast. I think the big guys have to be more of a hybrid now because of how demanding the crowd is. Typical big man like almost does not get much love. Do you guys agree with that?
I'll answer this one. Omos or Omos, whatever.
Almost.
Has almost. He has not won me over, and it's not because of a lack of high flying moves or whatever. Wardlow barely did those this past week, and he was already in my list of guys that I want to see succeed, right? But Omos, I don't know. I'm not clicking with his character and what he's doing in the ring. So you know, I don't think that he needs to be a high flyer or to do a swanton all of a sudden, right? To get over. I don't think that's it. And I'm glad they put MVP with him because I feel like MVP could help out for sure.
Yes.
But I don't think that's it right there.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm being patient with that. My heart is patiently waiting to be open more with almost, whatever the fuck his name is, MVP. I'll be expecting more development with that.
And I'll say this, and I'll end that with this. Since we're in the business of changing names, I would say change that name.
Yeah,
Omos or Omas.
Yes, get rid of delete.
Edward James Olmos. You know,
you know, he should have been Gunther. Right?
No, he should have been. Oh hell no, he should not be.
I mean, you know, we're changing names to.
Oh you know. God!
Really?
Oh man, all right. And then of course we got Jazz segment, of course, Jazz. Hey, not Jazz, you know, the J-A-Z-Z. No, the J-A-S. The most stupidest fucking name. And I'm sorry, I'm still gonna say it. I digress. Yes, the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jesus. Of course, with a segment with Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want an apology? Yeah, I got it right here for you. Bam! I got another one. 2 for 1. Man, 2 for 1 for you. That's right. There you go. But I said it last week, Money Mike, and I know with the whole, then later on throughout the show with the whole freaking Fireball segment. Okay, all right. It's not winning me over, man. Can we please bring LAX? Come on, get this done already. Shit, what are you waiting for? Or don't even fuck, man. I'm just like, ugh.
It could be a swerve, Ivan. It might not be LAX. It could be like somebody else.
Oh my God.
Give me what I want.
That's how I feel right now. This is how I feel.
Debut them.
Yoga fire us, right? Yoga fire. Oh man, I love that. Yoga fire.
Watch my video of me spitting fire. They should use imagine if they used alcohol instead of the fire paper.
That's what I want, man, right there. I want Homicide and Hernandez to come along join with Santana Ortiz and Kingston. Bring the old LAX along with the previous and last LAX.
Old, and it will just be old. Big bad faction.
You want the old LAX, right?
Yes. I want the old LAX.
You know who I need? I want the old LAX. There you go.
Oh man, one thing I wanted to say though before I pass on you gentlemen, I somehow forgot to bring it up. Ever since that, what is it, Magic Daddy? Where the fuck his name is? Jesus, I would have fucked up name. But you know when the beginning of the intro of sports entertainment, it's 7 weeks, whatever the fuck. Go back and listen to the World Wrestling Federation. for over 50 years. The revolution of sports and sports. That's where they got it from. Like, I like that. Catchy. But does it fit this daddy, this magic, whatever the fuck's name to say it? No. He sounds like a New Yorker. Oh, no offense to all the New York people. I'm just saying. But he's Canadian. But, and I'm, like I said, not here to hating on it. But it doesn't really, I don't know. It doesn't fit him.
He needs an outfit that fits. He needs to go back to the store, take some money out of his wallet, fold it, put it in the cash register, and buy something that fits.
Like I said, this storyline is not winning me over. Go ahead, Mike. Take it over.
I'm as big of a member of the AEW Galaxy as the next guy, but really, it's this feud. My heart is closing, guys, because. And I get it. I get it. They need to kind of fill the time from now till Double or Nothing. They need something to, oh, this happened this week, and then this happened this week, and whatever. They need to fill up the weeks leading up to it. But it's not doing a good job. Maybe we need a musical number like MJF and Jericho, right? So. Who knows?
Oh, no.
A rap this time.
Oh, hey, they can't top the Kurt Angle John Cena rap battle. They cannot top that. Hell no. Man, I don't think nobody can ever top that. That's like one of the greatest fucking rap battles of all time for me. Cena versus Kurt Angle, love that. I don't think nobody can top that. Backhanders, what about you? Do you love jazz in this segment?
I mean, this is the heel faction, but like still, like they've been holding out on the two new members or whoever the new debut is going to be too long. I mean, they could have just skipped this and put something else on instead for this show. So it's like we'll come back to it when it's ready. It's not done. Put it back in the oven. Put it back in the oven.
This is not winning me over, man. It's just not. It's just. I did like that Eddie Kingston, of course. Oh, what hit means, buddy? Like, tell them, this is a hit. That means you got to take them down. Like, he went gangster status. You know what I'm saying? He went street hood, like how we know.
Barrio.
Ese vato. Hey, vato loco for life. Claro. But, that's winning me over. People who like jazz, I'm not saying it's not a bad, entertaining group, but it just this feud is not winning me over. It's just there's nothing there. There's always all I'm seeing is shit talking and beating up. So I see nothing else. Not really. And now we go over Matt's girl. That's right. Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb, and of course the street fight. I guess what was it called? Was it what Philly False Hollywood or Philly Street Fight? Right?
Philly Street Fight. Yeah.
Man, Shida left a big old bruise to Serena Deeb right here. If you saw the picture on her social media, the aftermath, I was like, oh, damn.
Kendo sticks hurt, for those who don't know. They hurt.
And she caught her right in the edge. And you saw that, I was like, ooh. I heard that. I was like, Jesus. But the match was okay. I'm kind of glad the crowd was a little involved in it, but not too much. I'm glad this story's over. You know why? Because we saw somebody watching behind the scenes, and we're finally gonna get it. I think both of you guys called this one, and that is Thunder Rosa Deeb at Double or Nothing. So you guys called it. I'll take it to you, Money Mike. Your thoughts about the match, and are we gonna get Thunder and Deeb at Double or Nothing?
Yes, I definitely think that it's gonna happen, and I really want it to be that this match is built up correctly, or in a great way, because I feel like Thunder Rosa has been a little shortchanged as champion, right? We had that mini feud with
Nyla Rose.
Yeah, her name escaped me right now. Nyla Rose, and I wish that story would have been a little bit more intense. You know what I'm saying? But it was what it was. But here we go. We got Serena Deeb, and Serena Deeb has been built up for months now, right? The woman of 1,000 holds, the professor of pro wrestling, right? So yeah, she's kind of lending herself well to this heel role, right? So yeah, I'm all for it, man. Sign me up for it because I want this to be a good storyline.
All right, Matt Switchblade.
I gotta say that so Thunder Rosa, or should I say Kishin Thunder Rosa or Jushin Thunder Rosa, up against Serena the Hitman, the Hitwoman Deeb, So we'll see a little bit of shades of previous wrestlers gone past in that match, wrestlers of old in that match coming up. But in this, I'm actually surprised this match was a lot more tame than I thought. I thought they were going to be fighting in the stands, fighting in the convenience stands, weapons in the hallway, running each other with carts. But, they kept it more in the ring and they did more grappling. So I guess that's more Serena Deeb's wheelhouse is probably why. It's like violence without weapons as intense as they are.
That's right. So got in the chat, but first let me go to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. Of course, comment. Those ladies had an awesome match and showed why the women's division need a second match on the consistent basis. Yes. Do better, Tony. Yes, agreed 100%. Of course, Brian Cook, welcome, man. Please. Good to see you on the show here in the chat. We're getting that match, and it's going to be rated V for violence without weapons and as intense as they are. Deeb versus Rosa is going to be fantastic. I feel like it will be fantastic. And this would be a great storytelling. If they really book this storyline correctly, leading into Double or Nothing, because you need to build, you mentioned Money Mike, you need to build Thunder's title ring. Great, better. Nyla was just, okay, there you go, just something right quick. All right, here's a quick appetizer. Now it's time for for one of the main courses, like how Matt Callis would say. So this one, adding Serena Deeb to the picture, the title picture, I love it. I love it. I just hope they build the storyline correctly. And you have Serena Deeb, who's like the female version of Dean Malenko, the female version of Bret or Owen Hart, you could say, because she's a technical wrestler, versus could I say maybe flamboyant, maybe in a way. I mean, if I'm using the term correctly, but like with Thunder Rosa kind of being like, could be your HBK, kind of like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
I'm seeing
could be that way.
The face makeup's a lot like Kishin Liger, Kishin, Jushin, Thunder Liger. That's why Thunder Liger, Thunder Rosa, Jushin, Thunder Rosa.
Jushin Thunder Rosa or Thunder Guerrero. She does have La Raza, of course, the Spanish speaking. That's right. But it's a mixture of all those worlds. But if Tony, whoever will be in charge of that storyline. That feud, I hope they better do it right. You have to put these two women over. Now is the time to do it. Next week, I better see Serena Deeb challenging Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing for this belt, and I think the match will be fantastic because we need to see that. We need to see Thunder Rosa's title rank to be higher and upon higher, especially with a professional of 1,000 holds like Miss Serena Deeb herself. So I am looking forward for that. All right. And then, of course, what was MJF calling? Who were you calling, Craig? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? No. And then you mentioned earlier, Money Mike, because you can't teach that. Because this man will be coming next week on Dynamite, W. Morrissey. Of course, people who are not familiar with W. Morrissey. He was formerly known as Big Cass in WWE, NXT, along with Enzo, of course, and now we're gonna get it. I'm intrigued, and I'll take it. Matt Callis, back to you. What were your thoughts when you heard that announcement? W. Morrissey heading to AEW.
It's like I knew there had to be a new member of, I don't know if the Inner Circle are still a thing. I guess to an extent, but
Pinnacle.
The Pinnacle. Sorry, my brain. The shifting in factions, the shifting in regimes. I was like, is it still the Ottoman Empire? Is it still Constantinople?
Not quite.
Is it still Austria-Hungary? No, it's the Pinnacle. That's what it is. We've had regime changes, and the young monarch himself, MJF, needs new new knights, new conscripts for his army. So, you know, I guess that would be kind of a good spot for W. Morrissey to be in. You know, I liked watching him in Impact. I caught his match in Impact, and I thought that was cool. So it'll be cool to see him here.
Mm-hmm. And of course, in the chat, Wrestling DeLorean podcast, love that there is still a relation between AEW and Impact. So do I, and I'm kind of glad. Could they get involved in the Forbidden Door?
Titles, please, Knockouts tag titles be defended in AEW.
Yes. All right, Money Mike, thoughts?
It's great. I love it. I love it, man. It's a lot of great stuff going on, and anytime that there's crossovers or the Forbidden Door gets opened, ding dong, right? It's great because we have someone who honestly has a lot of potential with being his size and his agility. You know, big cast, W. Morrissey coming down to AEW, just with him saying, and you can't teach that. I don't know. I immediately knew that it was not Enzo Amore, because either that or MJF is running out of money. But I don't think that's so. I think Cass is the guy for the job, and really, you know, Impact being involved in the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, why not?
Hell yeah, this is the time to do it.
I've been saying it, man, for months. Goodness gracious, give us that in-game, right? You know, you had in-game in the Marvel movies. We want that in-game right here with the Forbidden Door. Have MLW, NWA, and all these other promotions. PCW Ultra, of course. Get them all involved. There's so many that could be put together, and get a stadium. I'm pretty sure that it would do pretty well if you get all these promotions to promote this once in a lifetime event. There's a SoFi Stadium right there, going down the street from where I live. I'll ask them if it's available. Hey guys, you know, can we have this thing here? I can't wait, man. This is bubbling. It's bubbling and it's building up. And yes,
it's a little bit of the bubbly. Yes, it is a little bit of the
bubbly.
Yes, but you know what? To add to that, you know, Josh Alexander did make a comment that, but he was in an interview. He did mention that he did not like the fact that Impact is like almost like a stepping stone for while everybody else is having their Forbidden Door, and it's not and Impact is not being shown appreciation that, hey, like we open those doors too. Hello, ding dong, like where we're at. So it's like,
hold on, I have something to say about that. And honestly, yes, ding dong, right? I think it's Impact's fault, to be honest. I think the Forbidden Door pay-per-view will be a yearly thing that evolves to something more bigger than just AEW New Japan. It's a trial to see if the concept for the joint show works, and I think it will, sir. I definitely think it will, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. So it continues growing. But back to Impact, I think that Impact has had the opportunity, but it goes back to what I have said in the past, that, you know, you have cameramen, moving, and you see the production value is not all there. Presentation is everything. And I feel that the way that Impact has kind of had botches in production has really affected the way that they're seen. It does not cost money for a cameraman to be at the right place at the right time.
You gotta find the right cameraman to be like, hey, or someone behind the scenes. Go to camera 2, go to camera 3, go to camera. You have? I mean,
it's not like they're hiring my Tío Guillermo to hold these cameras. No, absolutely not. I'm sure they've interviewed these people, or at least I hope they have. I'm just saying, if Impact wants to be seen in a better light, they have to improve that production value for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Anthem needs to invest more on it. The problem is that they don't have much marketable investment on it. That's the issue that they have. You know why now they're showing what free on what is it, YouTube, or you know they have their Impact Plus subscription, which is not bad. It's what $5-6 a month. Catch events there too. But I just wish they could, you know, I wish they get more help of being more marketable. And I know Anthem would not sell to. I guarantee that Tony Khan wanted to buy Impact, and I'm glad he did it. And I'm glad that Anthem did not want to sell because they need to be their own entity. And just like how Ring of Honor, which we're waiting when the hell they're going to get their TV platform because they need to be their own entity as well.
You know, I'll say this about Impact, just like to their credit, you know, despite, you know, what Mike was saying about production issues, I gotta say the in-ring product, you know, the matches and the wrestlers and the storylines, I will honestly say, in my opinion, is I'd say neck and neck with AEW. You know, and a few nights it's been better. You know, Good Brothers versus, you know, the Briscoes and you know, all the matches with Switchblade. There was one night where there's 1 week where I was more excited to watch Impact than Dynamite. You know, there's been a couple of weeks like that this year, you know, at least 2 or 3 times, especially. And the rest of the time it's been neck and neck. So when it comes to in-ring product, I'll really give it to Impact. And, you know, and then, you know, what comes to what's saying about the Forbidden Door, the joint event does work. And it's been done a lot with Ring of Honor. You know, Ring of Honor has been, you know, what do you call that? Yeah, reach out to Stardom. Like I've said, Mayu Iwatani is the Tanahashi of women's wrestling. She was former Ring of Honor women's champion. You know, the title that Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez is holding right now, formerly held by Mayu Iwatani. And we're going to see that same title defended on AEW television. You know?
Absolutely. So just to add on here to Brian Cooks is on the chat what he stated. To add on in working with Ring of Honor, NWA, Impact, MLW, PCW, go to Mexico, get a AAA and CML in the fun, and it helped to give AEW women even more help. Why not reach out to Stardom like Blue Show Underground did? And the rest of the DeLorean podcast comment, I definitely think in-ring Impact Wrestling is so consistent, but underappreciated.
Yes.
Definitely agree 100%. And of course, Clark Street production issues. Did you forget about the fireworks show between Kenny and Moxley?
I have a feel. So I still feel like that was on purpose. I don't know why. Even though despite the admission of things, I really feel like it's trolling, just straight up. Hence my 69 moniker. You know.
So this goes to money. This
I
goes
like,
to Money Mike though. This is for Money Mike.
No. I feel like AEW lives in their head rent free because we were not talking about AEW at all. We're talking about Impact, boys. Stay on topic.
Debate. Well, speaking, let's get back to AEW now. So now we're gonna see the House of Black and the Death Triangle. Ray Phoenix is back. Good to see Ray Phoenix is back. Now we finally get to see the match we've been waiting for. Death Triangle now reunited, and it feels so good. Now they're reunited, and now they'll be facing the House of Black. And I'm hoping, please stay healthy for God's sakes, Ray. Especially you're the most injury prone out of your brother. So I'm hoping that he stays safe. Don't hurt yourself. We need to see it at Double or Nothing, and it's gonna happen. So I'll take it back to you, Money Mike. We're gonna see the Death Triangle, House of Black at Double or Nothing.
Triangulo. Oh, I got my shapes wrong. I'm a teacher. I should know this. Triángulo de la Muerte. Yes, man, can't wait. I will be at Double or Nothing if you see. Oh, nice deflection, Mike. Yes, of course. I will be at Double or Nothing, where the production value is, of course, second to none. I will be there in person. I can't wait. And if these two teams are gonna have a trios match, I will be so Flanders mode that tell them. Yes, like that. That's me right there at Double or Nothing.
Mike, since you're gonna be at Double or Nothing, go to Momofuku Ramen at the Cosmopolitan Hotel.
I will be there.
And Little Italy, and don't be surprised if you see AEW talent there eating. You know, nice. I guarantee you're gonna run into them there.
Oh, phew. Yeah.
If you guys want some autographs, you know where to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Callis, are we gonna get this at double or nothing?
We're not just gonna get it. We're gonna get it all over the stadium. I mean, we're all over the venue. We're gonna get in the streets of Vegas, man. They're gonna be right in the middle of the boulevard. They'll be right in front of the Flamingo, man. They'll be all the people handing out flyers on the street in Vegas. They'll be doing Huracan Ranas off their shoulders, man, off the taxis, off the billboards, right in front of the volcano at the Mirage. In case you guys can't tell, I've been to Vegas too many times.
Oh man, and of course we got to see the undisputed elite versus Brock Anderson. Okay, not Lesnar. Lee Johnson, Varsity Blondes, and Dante Martin. Which, by the way, again, after start for Darius Martin, man. Jesus, man, the guy cannot. Man. Wish him the best. Get healthy. Get back. It was awesome to see them back together. And then, unfortunately, the undisclosed injury again. I wish you nothing but a speedy recovery, Darius. Come back, be with your brother, because then, back to not being singles competitor now for Dante Martin again. So, best wishes for your brother. But this match was okay. That wasn't really. Oh wow, yes, we saw a little. The heat in the beginning, and then they got along. Of course, everybody did the elite, trigger, I guess you call it, the undisputed elite trigger, and of course Adam Cole with his boom, and then with the shirts. I'm like, well, you buy the shirts though, Money Mike. So I'll take it to you. What do you think about this undisputed elite now?
We'll see in time.
There's really nothing much to say, huh? There really isn't.
There isn't. I mean, if we go with where this storyline seems to be going, this group might not last. So
yeah, definitely. And in the chat from Wrestling DeLorean podcast, what do you think?
I was about to say to answer Wrestling DeLorean podcast. I was about to mention that exactly.
From the relationship of the Bullet Club and Undisputed Elite.
Take
it away, Matt Callis.
You know how the relationship. You guys know what the word vassaldom means. What being a vassal means.
Well, here on Circle of the Big, we always learn, right?
When you're a vassal, you are your own somewhat autonomous rulership, but you pledge loyalty and fealty to a lord above you, and that lord above you is Switchblade Jay White. And Adam Cole, I think, has pledged his loyalty to Switchblade Jay White as like, we are vassals of the Bullet Club. And he said, once you're Bullet Club for life, says Adam Cole. Young Bucks don't agree. Adam Cole's turning on the Bucks. He's like, nope. If you're not loyal to the Bullet Club, you're going to be a casualty. And the Bullet Club have the numbers advantage. So I think we might see.
But wait a minute. There's a little wrinkle in your shirt here, because didn't the Young Bucks bring Jay White into AEW?
No, it was Adam Cole.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You're like, what are you?
I was probably drunk at the time.
They're like, what are you doing here? And the thing is, we could see a Cal Palace Part 2 again, because Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, like, oh wait, they're not part of it too. So who knows? They could come into the picture and help the Bucks out. The Bucks want to rebel.
I've been saying that. Civil War, damn it. Bring them the Guerrillas of Destiny rejoining with the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega comes back.
Remember what Don Callis called their group? They're like a sleeper cell. You could say you're a sleeper cell.
How do you feel about it, Mike, with the relationship of this?
Like any relationship, I hope it especially on TV, I hope that there's drama involved, right? I hope that there's friction here, and that it leads to a great big match at Forbidden Door. Who's to say? We will really find out after Double or Nothing, when they come to LA, right? The seeds are gonna start growing there. Maybe we'll see what Matt is saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he's spoiling everything. Maybe he knows something we don't.
That's
Matt?
true, Matt.
The Bullet Club is long. Their story is deep in Japanese culture. If you study the story of the Shinsengumi, it's all about the factions. It's all about the changing of leaders, the stories of the Yakuza. The part of the Bullet Club is also inspired by the Yakuza. The battle, the killing of the leader and the replacement of a young leader. That happens a lot in Yakuza and Mafia movies. This is the same deal, no different.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. And my goodness, at the end of the day, you know who wins? The AEW Galaxy.
Yeah,
and we all win.
He's not even saying universe. He's saying galaxy.
Hey, Mike, is Planet Crazy-Ack in that galaxy? It might seem a little crazy-ack.
I swear to you, Mike, if Tony Khan says that about the fans, I want to thank all of you guys, AEW Galaxy. I swear, it was you who texted him. You fucking text him.
I'm gonna die.
Tony Khan.
I'm gonna buy that
just in case.
AEW Galaxy.
I'm saying this on the air. I just reserved the Instagram handle AEW Galaxy. You can't see it there. There.
Yes!
I just reserved it for myself, just in case. We'll see.
Trademark. There you go. Came for the wrestling talk. I say for the history lesson. Yes.
Yakuza, the Mafia, the Shinsengumi in Civil War Japan. You know, we're seeing that here. So there you go.
That's what we do here on Circle Debate. You learn something new every day.
I got 69 facts.
That's why he's Mr. 69, because he gives you those facts.
If Clark Street brings up the fireworks, I'm gonna bring up the 69. That's the direct result. They did that just so Don Callis could do that. You guys don't understand. You're like, oh, bad technology. No, he did that just so they could be nasty in front of you. They didn't do it for any other reason. You honestly think they would plan to put crappy fireworks there?
Nah, they fucked up. I know they did. So that was Tony Khan's fault.
69. 69, we gone.
And then, of course, the main event of the evening, and that is the TNT Championship ladder match. Scorpio Sky versus Sammy Guevara. I'm going to get my point out of the way with this. They need to stop bouncing around this title. It makes a little sense because now we're seeing the shift. The gears are shifting. They're turning, the universe is, obviously turning it differently. We're seeing Scorpio Sky heading to face.
What is this? What is this universe you're talking about?
I'm talking about this universe of
Galaxy.
Excuse me. The Galaxy. Excuse me. The AEW Galaxy fans. Can't believe it. We have to make a shirt of that shit. AEW Galaxy fans, of course.
Coming soon.
And seeing Scorpio Sky turning to face, Sammy to heel now. And we notice, of course, Kazarian coming out towards the end. Because remember, we want to hit title shot, and now he's going to get it. So, but, he's a seat down. I have a feeling, and I'm going to say it right now, and I know I have a feeling that Dan Lambert is going to turn on Scorpio Sky, and he's going to join with Sammy. Something tells me that's going to happen. I know it's too soon to say that, but something tells me I have to say that. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel it, something happening there. Or they split up, the men of the year and have Ethan turning on Scorpio Sky, and then have Ethan overthrown Scorpio Sky and have Ethan win the TNT Championship, which is about damn fucking time because he needs a belt already, damn it. Ethan, what's up with that? I mean, shit. But I have it. Why? We need Ethan Page to win the TNT title. I love Scorpio Sky, of course. El Gallinero Dos. And, of course, he is SoCal native. But this match, I would say, was great. I like the whole storytelling. The girls, of course, getting each other on the guys each other's back towards the ladder. That was great. Scary moment, though. Sammy tried to do that whisper in the wind, whatever, landed on his shoulder. And you could tell that Tay was like, like really worried. Like I don't really notice a commercial break. They were taking their sweet time. He did it. It took him at least about a minute and a half, probably a little bit more, for him to get back to his senses. But it was a scary moment because Scorpio didn't catch him. So I was like, oh shit. It was bad. So I'm glad that he's okay. Nothing really happened to Sammy. But I don't know. I something tells me we're gonna see a change here. But I do like the fact that Scorpio got put over very well in this, and I love that the crowd was involved, and that's what the Galaxy fans need to do. The AEW Galaxy fans needs to do. All right, buddy, Mike, you take it away. Jesus, take it away.
Yeah. Let's see. Wrestling DeLorean says, "Been a Scorpio Sky fan since Wrestling Society X. I had no idea he was on that. Glad he won for sure. That's awesome. Yes, a SoCal boy for sure. SCU.
SCU.
I'm definitely glad that happened. I agree. Stop bouncing around this title. I'm sure Cody is just like face palming right now that he put so much time into this title or belt, whatever. And now it's just being, oh, you get a TNT title. You get a TNT title. You get a TNT title, right? So everybody, yes, it's time for it to be kind of, staying put for a little bit. And I'm glad it's with Scorpio Sky. Honestly, I was very surprised. I was very surprised that Sammy did not win, considering that he's moving into heel territory. And, I would have thought that they were going to keep him as the heel champion that holds on to it and, cheats his way to win. And nobody's able to beat him. But finally, the face comes up. And I find this whole face turn from Scorpio Sky to be a little bit weird, to be honest. It just kind of came out of nowhere, like, oh, he got kicked in the nuts or low blow, and then just, oh, that's what it took. Oh, he's good now, right? So, just that's all it took. And yeah, so
be a case of the whole the enemy of my enemy thing, Mike, because of all the Sammy Guevara hate because of other reasons, Twitter related.
Oh yeah, more tongue.
Yeah, it might be related to that and the fact that Scorpio Sky isn't the person doing that thing. So just automatically they cheer for that. So
yeah, that's the thing too. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people respect Scorpio Sky and even Dan Lambert. Dan is awesome on the mic, and the guy he's gold whenever he comes out and talks, right? So there's that. And I honestly believed that Lambert was going to turn his back on Scorpio Sky during the match, or Ethan Page was going to come out, push the ladder, and down goes Scorpio. But that did not happen. So what's up with that, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Here it comes.
Stop with that.
There you
go. All right, give the people what they want. Courtesy of
Dirty Heels, baby. That's right. Dirty Heels podcast. Yes. Give them what they want, Matt Callis. Give them your 69 thoughts of this 69 ladder match.
You deserve it. Yeah, it's long overdue for Scorpio Sky. Like I think ever since one of the first early episodes of Dynamite where it was Jericho versus Scorpio Sky 1-on-1, he's deserved to have a good long TNT title run. But I think the reward, I guess, comes in the form of him being one of the few two-time champions, joining Cody and Sammy in that regard. But overall, I'm glad at least he got that title back, and I guess Scorpio Sky can hold on to it for a certain chunk of time until somebody maybe takes that title. I don't know, maybe at Forbidden Door, Ivan, maybe Hiromu. That would be kind of cool. That'd be cool.
Hiromu Takahashi versus Scorpio Sky
taking the TNT title. I kind of like
that. What we're gonna see?
let's not get carried away here, Matt Callis.
I rate anything's possible in this new world of wrestling. Come on, and or could be somebody from Ring of Honor. You know, we got so many options now. Could be somebody from Impact.
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. He's got 2 titles. He'll have the TNT and TV. You know, he'll be double TV. TV Joe.
Joe.
TV Joe.
All right. Then we got a comment here from the rest of the DeLorean podcast. Sammy and Tay are getting the same heat from the crowd as that Cody Brandy was getting at the end of their. Yes, they are. And yes, they definitely are. But you need.
They're embracing it though. They're embracing it and turning heel. So
and I like that. I feel that it fits Sammy and Tay. And to be honest, this gives them more exposure for both of them, especially for Tay, I would say honestly, because she wasn't really getting that much.
More microphone time.
Yeah, that too. But I'm just saying, I don't think the mic off for her. Yeah, I was gonna say it too.
And give me new music, please.
Just none of that. No.
Brazil, baby, Brazil.
I love Brazil. To all of our Portuguese and our listeners too.
Brazil has a lot of great music, and that's not one of them.
That's not.
It's not Sepultura.
It's not Sepultura. Oh, hell no. But I mean, are we gonna see? I know I'm going too far ahead. I'm jumping the gun. I know I am, but something tells me we're going to see Lambert turn on Scorpio. I think Ethan might be the one. Will be the hidden gem for that and to turn. And we see him challenging Scorpio and then him winning the TNT. I hope.
If it happens, and it might, I do think that it's going to be down the line. Because I'm sure, people are telling Tony, like, hey, you know what? Stop bouncing that belt around. Make it mean something. So I feel like it's gonna be a long story here until that happens.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that, Money Mike. Because what about if we see the transition of the face? Let's say if they book it for next week, for Kazarian and Scorpio, right? After Scorpio wins, he gets that love, that earn of respect. And then you see him little by little. Everybody say, "Congratulations, great match!" And he's seeing the light. He's seeing the tunnel of turning face. And then you see Lambert how he gave him the face when he shook Kazarian's hand. He's like, "Fuck!" You're gonna see also Ethan Page doing the same thing. Like, what? Like, and then that's when the heel turn happens. See? Yeah, you're right. See, what we need to hire us as writers for God's sakes. Fuck, we can write these. Jesus, you guys need.
We used to do this all the time. Tony, give us a call.
Yeah,
that's right.
All the time.
Yes, because they don't have writers. Yeah, they don't have writers. I know you don't want to be like WWE. You guys want to do it your own. I'll let you do it your own, but there's times that your shit sucks sometimes. Yes, you see, I'm not an AEW mark. I am a professional wrestling fan.
Because unlike WWE, you could get writers who love the product. Don't get writers who don't know anything about it. Get writers like us who have studied the product for years. Almost our whole lives. We love the product. Not like, what is wrestling? Who are these people? You don't want people like that. You don't want that. You want us. That's what you want.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. All right, let's get into the pro wrestling news. Very brief, intriguing ones because I want to get your thoughts about these. First one is the major announcement that shocked me, but I wish you nothing but the best. And that is, of course, the Inspiration announced they are indefinitely stepping away from in-ring action. So their contract with Impact Wrestling is no mas, done, finito. So they're heading into a new chapter. They make their comments. We don't know what's the next chapter for their lives. But I wish them very well the best of whatever new chapter they're heading to for both. And hopefully we get to see them. For me, they were the staple for the Impact Women's Division roster. But, I understand you have to make a decision for your life being and for your future. So I wish you women, both of you guys, the best in whatever. Best future endeavors. Johnny Ace. Hey, there you go. What are your guys' thoughts? Money Mike, your thoughts of Inspiration announcing no longer performing in an in-ring performance?
Yeah, everybody has to do what makes them happy. I know that they're pretty proud of being the only team, right, to have the WWE Tag Team and Impact Tag Team titles, right, in their credentials. So it's a pretty cool little achievement that they've done there, achievement unlocked, if you will. So best of luck to the two of them. I know that they're going to go do great things. So yeah, best of luck.
Matt Callis.
Oh, the places you'll go. That book by Dr. Seuss. I would just give them a reading of that. I'll quote every quote from that book to them. I'll give them that book. Oh, the places you'll go and the people you'll see. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true. But hang-ups and bang-ups can happen to you.
Oh.
But if you stay true, good things will happen to you and you and you and you.
And you.
Merry
Dr.
Christmas,
Matt, ladies
to
and
all.
gentlemen.
That's right.
Merry Christmas to all and all.
Dr. Matt Switchblade Callis Zeus right there. And the other one, now we got to understand why Bandito did not sign with AEW in the beginning. Now, the fact is because he wanted to travel to Japan. His goal was to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's why when he did the contract negotiations with WWE, with AEW as well, and he decided to stay with Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor gave him that open door. Like, yeah, absolutely. You want to go perform in Japan? The door's open for you, kid. Come on back, and you're fine. You're not. Your place will be the same. You ain't going nowhere. And that's why he left. Why he didn't decide not to join AEW at the time when they did All In, when it was barely going to be starting the promotion. But now that Ring of Honor is bought out by AEW, so now they asked him the question: would you join AEW? And he said, of course, if the opportunity comes along in place. And am I able to do what I would like to go do and perform for New Japan under my conditions, what I like to do, then I will accept. But the question to you both: should Bandito sign with AEW? So, Matt Callis, take it to you.
One reason: Pentagon versus Bandito, 1-on-1.
Oh, I'll play it for you. Because I have to. Yes,
that's main. Not only is that main event TV, that's must see TV. That's all killer, no filler. That's Sum 41.
Yes. Money, Mike.
Yes, he should, but will he? Who knows, right? He has to feel like he's getting what he wants out of it, right? So definitely. He's a definitely very talented wrestler and good guy. I've met him in person. So very cool dude. I know that wherever he goes or chooses to go, there's a lot of great matchups for him. And him versus Penta, why not? Let's do it.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. We'd like to see that. Hopefully he does. I mean, I just hope Tony Khan, TK, give him what he wants, damn it. I have to play, yes, even though I keep playing it, but
give me what I want.
Give him what he wants in his contract, and he'll stay. He'll still sign. Just give him that. Give him what he wants, for sure. And of course, the other pro wrestling news, of course, Tatsumi Fujinami Will Ospreay tested positive for COVID-19, so they were pulled from this Sunday's New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, Dontaku, coming up this Sunday
in Fukuoka, in the greatest city in Japan.
There you have, yes, indeed.
Fukuoka at the PayPay Dome.
Very brief with the wrestling story.
Bandito versus Pac.
Yeah. Woo! Hell yeah! That will be
spectacular.
Spectacular. So, stepping in for Will Ospreay versus Tanahashi for the IWGP US title is Tomohiro Ishii, of course. He'll be replacing Will Ospreay. Ishii. As he'll be facing, of course, for the IWGP US Championship. So looks like it's not gonna happen. Looks like we're not gonna see. We might see for sure now Tanahashi, Moxley at Forbidden Door. It's gonna happen. I'm saying it right now. It is going to happen. All right. And of course, this one I'm saving for last because I would like to hear you guys' comments on this one. And I don't know if you guys read it. And that is Becky Lynch on AEW's women's division roster. Now, I have what she here written down what she actually spoke about when she was a guest on Jew Got Around Live. When they asked her, the competition of all elite, women's division roster. Her response, excuse me. I mean, I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately, I don't think they're represented the way that we are. They don't get as much time as we get, and frankly, they're not as good as we are. We have certainly on Raw. We have the best women's division in the world. I would say that without any hesitation in my voice. We have the best women's division in the world, and yeah, competition is great. It is great for there to be another place. And I have a very good friend, Ruby Soho, over there, and I would love to see her as a champion one day. I would love to see her to get her spotlight that she deserves. And the competition is always great. But over here, we're just on another level right now. Oh, so Money Mike, what is your response to her comments on the AEW women's division?
If they are ahead, they're not ahead by a lot, in my opinion. Do they get more time? Sure, but I feel like they don't make the most of it. And what I mean by that is they are not pushing the entire division. I mean, my goodness, they have Sonya Deville, who's a WWE official, challenging for the Raw Women's title, right? She's supposed to be an authority figure, not a active wrestler. So it seems like they're running out of options for valid challengers there. If only they would have had a ranking system, right? Hashtag.
I'll add to that, but go ahead, continue.
So there's that, but again, if they're ahead, they're not ahead by a lot. And if I'm Becky Lynch, I would not be as cocky about my division as she wants to be. I mean, of course she has to say that. Of course I have to back up the team that I'm in. If she was in the AEW roster, she would be saying, oh, AEW is the best roster, copy and paste, right? But it is what it is. She's in that side, so of course she's not going to admit that AEW has a better roster, right? But it's up to debate, right? So, in my opinion, yes, it is better, but not by a lot.
All right, so we got a comment here from Wrestling Dorian Podcast. I feel like Jade Cargill can be a bigger mainstream attraction than 90% of the WWE women's division. Wow. Oh, man. Matt Callis, your thoughts in regards of Becky Lynch, response about the women's division roster in AEW?
Guys, how long is SmackDown regularly a week?
2 hours.
2 hours, and then Raw's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then NXT is 2 hours as well, right?
Yes.
So AEW has generally less time in general a week than WWE has per week.
That's a good point.
So that's the main advantage. AEW has less time to work with, meaning they'll always have less time for women, regardless, because they have less time in general. So that just comes down to math. Remember, guys, this is the math episode, 99.5. It's the math episode. But if AEW had the same amount of time a week that WWE had, they had three different shows that show on TV. I think we could not only have it just as good, we have, once again, more possibilities because of the whole Forbidden Door thing. AEW needs to open up that Forbidden Door to Stardom, and I'm going to keep saying her name all show long. Mayu Iwatani. Every day until everybody watching here checks out Mayu.
Yeah. Or the comment from Brian Cook on the chat. AEW has the talent, but they don't get the story build up they need. And just one match per show on Dynamite, and Becky's wrong. Outside of Japan, Impact Knockouts Women's Division is the best. I have to agree with Brian Cook. Yeah.
They got
Fair
Taya.
assessment, yes.
Yeah.
And remember, that open door allows Taya to appear in AEW because once again, more possibilities. Once that Ring of Honor, I think the one thing that's going to change this and ultimately kind of make, some people who agree with Becky or a lot of other people on this sentiment is that Ring of Honor show once it launches. Once that Ring of Honor show launches and the women on all the rosters get more time a week, and those tag titles get introduced, it's going to be, it'll be neck and neck, all those different worlds, I feel like I need to get a private jet so I could bring over Tokyo Joshi Pro and Stardom. I need to fly over.
Bring Maki damn it.
There's Maki Ito, Mayu Iwatani, and Saki Sama, and Miyu Yamashita. I need all four of them straight up, and just in one night alone. If I've got all four of them on my private jet, in the AEW Women's Division, in one night alone, we'll beat WWE's Women's Division.
Do not tell the missus you're doing that because you're gonna be the Ric Flair right there, and you have all
no. I'm gonna be
Oldest ride, longest yard.
Longest line.
It's like eating sushi.
I'm watching TV here.
I'm just having my bento on the plane to myself. There'll be Konosuke Takeshita will be on the plane with me. Come on.
All right.
I'll be looking, my eyes will be on him more.
All right.
We're missing Konosuke Takeshita on
I agree with that.
AEW Dark. Konosuke Takeshita on AEW Dark. I've been missing out on that. That's actually what I'm going to watch the second this ends because he's been all over Dark these past weeks, and he's somebody you guys can't miss. He's Kenny talks so highly of him. Nakazawa talks so highly of him. Our own mi gente, Danny Limelight, talks so highly of Konosuke Takeshita. So our own Danny Limelight loves him, and he's somebody I say all of you guys should watch more. He's incredible. He's incredible, and watch his match with Danny Limelight again on Dark. It's incredible.
Now, my response to this: she has a certain valid point, but here's the catch to this, though. Yeah, okay, you have the time. They put you because, hey, you're a phenomenal athlete. You're a great character. You have that charisma. You like how Brian Cook mentioned about the development storyline. They have that in AEW. WWE. But here's the problem. How many women do you have on your roster, on the main roster? Your boss caught mainly almost half of the fucking percentage of the main roster. So what are you going to see every week on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown? What feuds are you seeing every week? Constant basis feuds that you see every week and every week that you see. You're going to see that. So that's the backfire could give on Becky Lynch. Like, I wouldn't, for you to say that, like, you got a good valid point. You got your time, your television time. Why you have that? Because there is no other women's in that roster. We can go down the list of who's in the main roster. Bianca Belair. We got Sonya Deville. We got Natalia. We got Tamina. We got Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley. Nikki Ash. Right? Alexa Bliss. Right?
Not really.
We don't know what's going to her status. Naomi. Right? Sasha Banks. Right? That's 10. Bailey. 10. Bailey. Yeah, and it's still. And did I mention Charlotte? Or no?
Io Shirai. Did you say Io Shirai?
Oh, Asuka. There you go. That's 12.
Asuka.
So you have 12, right? Tell me, am I missing? Oh yeah, Lacey Evans, 13. That's your main roster women, right? So you tell me. We know that most of them are not back. Oh yeah, Dana Brooke, 14. There you go. But Nalia, 15. Okay, 15 women in the main roster, right? What are you doing? Like, what is it that you're doing? You get me? That's where I kind of want to, I concur with what she's saying, but it's like, nah, yeah, Brian Cook in the chat. As great as the women are, the WWE are, it's not likely they're always used as well either. Plus, people made such big deal when they did Evolution, and they never done another one since. Yeah, I'll totally agree, Brian.
Agreed, Brian.
Yeah, totally agree. Okay, so that's how I feel, gentlemen. I don't know if you probably feel the same way, but that's how I feel. And so, yeah, Becky's response, I get you, but yeah, there's a reason why you're there a lot. Yeah, but you only have 15 women on your roster. AEW has maybe the same, a little bit more, but we'll see. Like how Matt mentions Ring of Honor, we'll see all of that. We'll have to wait and see. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everybody for tuning in today on this incredible 99 and a half episode, because we're waiting for the director to come along once he comes back from the tour, and then for us to celebrate our 100th episode and 2-year anniversary, of course, coming up. That will be on May 9th, which we made our debut 2 years ago on May 9th, and we're going to celebrate it together. 2-year, 100 anniversary, 100 episode, 2-year anniversary. We'll be celebrating together. But of course, and also do not forget to check out our previous conversations we had. Recently just had Jay Vidal, obviously came out earlier this morning, the PCW Ultra Lightweight Champion. And of course, past Monday, I had PCW Women's Champion, DANIKA de la ROUGE. Check them out. And all for you also pro wrestling fans who are listening to the audios as well, make sure you purchase your tickets now for PCW Ultra New Beginnings on May 13th at the IWLU Memorial Hall in Wilmington, California. We'll see you there. We'll have our own booth. Come on by, say hi, buy us a drink, and we'll buy you a drink and buy our merch. We should be seeing pretty soon. We'll be setting up, of course. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also follow us on social media, and especially follow Suplexology, because Money Mike Lopez will be this Sunday at the Wrestling Guy store doing the Trivia Mania Part 2. And that is going to be the Ruthless Aggression. So I will be there, and I'll actually vlog it because I'm gonna test my knowledge. I want to see what I can know of the Ruthless Aggression era. So I'm gonna test your might. So I would definitely do that. And also don't forget to follow MGC as well. Mr. Matt Callis. Pantheon is coming up soon with their, yes. We're waiting for that. We are definitely waiting for that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we appreciate everybody. Y también para todos los en Latinoamérica, muchas gracias por escuchar aquí Circo Debate. Y muchas gracias, mil agradecidos por suscribir a nuestro canal y a toda nuestra gente de Centroamérica, Brasil, Colombia, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Honduras, Salvador, México, Puerto Rico, y también also Fiji. Fiji are our listeners too. Shout out to Fiji for tuning in to our audio platforms and listening to us. Pero sí, muchas gracias por todo el apoyo y el soporte que nos han dado. Y por favor, síganos desde aquí en Circo Debate al camino del capítulo 100 y nuestro aniversario de 2 años que viene a la semana que viene, ya cuando llega el director con nosotros de regreso. Y también suscribe a Suplexology y a Pantheon. Y gracias por todo el amor. Saludos. Ahora, Money Mike to take it over to our European listeners.
Ja, danke für hören Sie Circle of Debate und ich habe eine gute Nacht, and tschüss.
Tschüss. And of course, McCallis. And
Minasan, Circle of Debate, Moto Ichiban, Zettai, Zuto Ichiban, Yakusoku. Yeah.
Yes.
Aishitamasu.
There you go. And of course, I'll let good Optimus Prime say too. What are we doing?
Autobots, transform and roll out.
That's us transforming. But yes, once again, ladies and gentlemen, here, what the hell do we do here on the COD, Mr. Matt Callis? Let the world know what the hell do we do on Circle of Debate.
We don't make podcasts. We make history, and it is still
our era.